We got to see how Terrence Ferguson has been doing since we put him in the starting lineup. Now this game against the Lakers, that stat line may not jump out at you, or at least the points won't, because he wasn't really knocking down three-pointers like that. And of course that was what I billed as his main thing when we inserted him here over Norman Powell, because Ferguson's been knocking him down from outside for most of the season and Powell has been struggling, but you may have noticed this game he did grab 9 rebounds, which I'm sure I grabbed footage of, and I probably should have waited half a second to say it so it would have lined up more, but whatever, we're here anyway. He also had himself a few assists as well. So Ferguson, the three-pointers were not really going in for him in this one, but he was doing other things. He also shot some free throws, got to the line, forced the defense to collapse, as well as at least put him a little closer into foul trouble. I'm pretty sure that's the concept of fouling in the NBA, so even if Ferguson is not going to make threes all the time, he can do other things. I think that's a testament to his athleticism and his ability to finish. Not the best ball handler, but it still works out. This game against the Clippers, 1 for 2 from 3, so a little better, but really it was the steals. And that was the lamest steal ever, as the ball just went right to him. I'm sure in the actual game it was a bit more cinematic, but you know what? It gets the point across, so we'll stick with it. I don't know if Ferguson's ever... Well, he could be at some point, but right now he's definitely not like a 15-point scorer all the time for us. He doesn't really have to be either. More of an off-ball guy. Play off of Tim Hardaway Jr. and Porzingis, and Ntilikina, I guess. Now this one was more of what I envisioned with him. 4 for 7 from 3. I wonder if Ferguson can basically be Otto Porter 2.0. Because he's a good shooter, doesn't have too much ball handling abilities. He might be a better athlete than Otto Porter is though. So that could be something. Speaking of athlete, Ferguson balled out in real life for OKC not long ago. And I'm pretty sure the dude had a really big dunk, so that was cool. The fact that we stole him from the Thunder, did it make all the sense in the world in this series? I mean, no, let's be honest. But, hey, we got him, man. So, Knicks aren't going to get him in real life, though, so they're going to have to figure it out some other way. But you know what? Let's also look at Norman Powell, because his situation was changed as well. Here against the Celtics, 9 points, was able to do some other stuff as well. Norman's whole thing is always attacking the basket. His offensive game is definitely not a natural one in real life, or in the game, I guess, but that seems to usually be his shtick. But defensively, I think he's always going to make an impact, you know? And it seems like the Celtics always find some sort of significance for us whenever I'm looking at players. So if we end up facing them in a 7-game series, then it'll probably be the most epic series ever. But luckily for us, 2K hates the Celtics, and they're never good. Powell could be like our version of Iguodala coming off the bench. Defense, enough three-point shooting. Sometimes it looks bad, but hopefully the evenness of the three, the median of his threes, I guess, would hopefully not be too much of a disaster. And then an opportunistic offensive player, picking his spots, getting assists, things like that. Another one here. Second least minutes on the entire team. Maybe I should increase Powell's minutes a little bit more. Maybe he should be playing over 20 a game. I don't know. Now, he did miss some shots in this one, though. So, I mean, that's a thing that's going to happen for him. Because when you're not really a natural offensive player like that, sometimes you're just going to have a tough time, you know. But that doesn't mean he can't make an impact on other things. And he still made an impact in this game through other stuff. So, I think the switch, I mean, we seem to be doing well. Have I shown our record yet? You're going to see it in about a minute anyway, so we'll be fine. But this one here against Memphis, Powell was able to be more of a scorer, so, you know, he doesn't have like 0 offensive abilities. If you leave him wide open from 3, he can at least do some things. And then, like I mentioned before, attacking the rim, he's not bad. Sure, he's not going to be beating guys off the bounce that much, but he gets a head of steam going, and, you know, it's enough with Powell. The main thing with him is still the defense. And I figure if you can be a good defensive player, do some things in transition, and then just have a pulse on offense, it's a quality guy, you know? And sometimes you got to deal with the games where he scores like 4 points. I also want to look at Kenneth Faried, because we acquired him and just want to make sure that we see how our recent acquisition is doing. 4 offensive rebounds against the Celtics, 3 offensive rebounds against the Washington Wizards. That was the entire point of us trading for him. It's because we needed some help on the boards. I thought we placed a lot of priority on guys who could shoot and also play defense, and we found a few of them, but you also got to get guys who can grab some rebounds. And Faried, well, he does exactly that. I mean, you saw his plus-minus a moment ago. Decently positive. We found a good way of having him play off of our big dudes, and then creating extra offensive possessions is great because, I mean, we're a team that is already towards the top of the league in offensive rating. We shoot a lot of three-pointers, and if we can get just a couple extra possessions a game just off of Faried, where he could either put it back in, or he could get fouled, or he could just kick it out for another possession, that's just like the icing on the cake, if you will, for an already good offensive team. So it's good stuff. As for our actual record, we're 43-31. We're currently a half game behind the Miami Heat. And you want to know who our next opponent is? It is those Heat. It's going to be in Miami. A big game that could dictate a lot of playoff positioning. And I could have had this game be played in this video, but I didn't have time to do it. So that's going to be in the next video. Basically, the playoff game before the playoffs.